All right, we are back. And if you are one of my students in my Algebra 1 class this fall, 2023, at James Clemens High School, okay, remember all your homework is in the Schoology and is due at 11:59 p.m. Thursday night. Why is it due at 11:59 p.m. Thursday night? You may say, well, it's answered right below it because we have our unit test Friday. Also, something I'm thinking about. I did mention that Thursday you'll get a practice test handout that I give you time to do and we go over. I am thinking about, okay, easy, easy. I am thinking about making another one that you can take home and then posting the key on Schoology later. That way y'all can get some extra practice. Does that seem okay? I mean, and it's on a voluntary basis. Okay, I'm not gonna somebody looked at me like my ex-wife did. Okay. It's not like I've got to say, you got to bring this back. What? Are you okay? I have two students that I'm going to have to, like, when I start my stand up comedy tour, they're going to have to go with me because they find everything I do hilarious. All right. Solving absolute values. Okay. This is where previous knowledge and new concepts sometimes don't go well together. Okay. All right. Now, before we start, hey, snacks. Where do kids in New York go to learn multiplication? Don't Times Square. Okay. All right. So here's the deal. Anytime we have an absolute value, remember it makes everything positive. It's that person that y'all see that like nothing goes wrong. They're like sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Like everything is like perfect, happy. You kind of want to high five them in the face with a brick. And some of y'all are like, I'm looking at that person now. It's okay. I'm fueled on coffee. So here's what's crazy. The answer to this one, for example, A, can be +6 or -6 because it's what we put into it. Okay. Now, this right here, I need to connect my righty thingy so it can righty. There we go. All right. This, very important, muy importante. All right. The absolute value of anything equal to a negative number is not possible. Okay, not possible. All right, now, bless you. So, again, some of y'all I've already saw that you're working on the handouts because you're just that good. You're high speed and you're being very respectful to people that are learning. Some of y'all are like, wow, this is really stepped out. Yes. Okay. When I make these handouts, set these up as if I was taking the class and I knew nothing about math very well. All right. Yes. Bless you again. All right. So let's look at this. Example B, we have absolute value r minus x quantity equals 3. There are two equations to solve. Okay, so what we need to know first is what's in the absolute value sign. What's r minus s? Okay, now we actually have to write those twice. Okay, bless you again, or something. I need to like invest in like Zyrtec stock because it's fixing to go up. All right, so this number that I've highlighted in blue, okay, this is like what I talked about yesterday, like the Superman, Bizarro Superman, the Flash, Reverse Flash, like the evil twin. Okay. You have one that is the normal one, and then you have one that is the evil twin. Okay. Because it's the opposite. Because what we're saying is that R minus S, whatever is inside, can equal that negative number. Because what happens if we plug in -3 in absolute value signs? What do we get? +3. Yeah, that's where the whole previous knowledge kind of, makes things a little messy. All right. So, a couple ways you could do this. Some people will have to sit here and do one at a time. Absolutely fine. Okay. Me at this point in my life, because I've been doing math since we had to like hammer it on stone tablets, I can actually solve both of them at the same time because it's the same steps. That's just me. All right. If I have 3 Reese cups and somebody brings me 6 Reese cups, how many Reese cups do I have? 9 and diabetes. Okay. And then nobody got that joke. Okay. So -3 plus 6 is the same thing as 6 minus 3. So that is 3. Now, guess what? What? That's our answer. That's it. Now, the only bad thing is that each time we have these, it doubles the amount of equations we have to do. Okay, it doubles the amount. Now, I think I put 3 or 4, not very many. I think there's only like, there's less than 20 problems on your test. Some of y'all are like, yeah. That's, I mean, we like less problems on a test, right? No? Why not? Because they count more? Well, each section counts a different part. It's not out of 100. It's always out of percentage. Okay. I'm smarter than I look. Okay. And also, you get to retake sections if you didn't score well. Okay. Awesome. Aren't you excited, Julia? Good job. High five. All right. So, man, I feel sorry for people that actually have to work for a living, like a real job. All right. This right here. This is what's in the absolute value signs. Now, some of y'all, you might by now, you might not have to do this. You're going to go right to here, the right twice. That's absolutely fine. That's how you learn. Okay. So right twice and make it nice. Okay, they are back now with passes. Thank you. Okay. All right. Now, there's another one coming behind you, right? Or did they just like turn around and go home? They may be going home. All right, roll tide. All right, so this is POS. This stands for positive, not something else, not piece of stuff. Okay. So what goes right here? 16. Okay. Uh, you got a pass? Yeah, good. Lock that door so we can keep out intruders. Now, what goes on this side, on the right side? The -16, the evil twin. Okay. Usually I say this, you pull the guts out of the absolute value because it's what's on the inside. You write it twice. You write the original and the evil twin. Ah. Now, you just solve them. Okay. Doesn't matter which one you start with. What are you going to do first on each of them? Yeah, thank you. Whew. That wait time was clicking down and I was like getting really worried. I was like, remember, students, you can use calculators and pass notes. All right, so this goes away. Pew, pew. 5x equals 20. X equals, let's see, -16 plus 4, -12. All right. All right. So remember, when the number and the variable are side by side, I must divide. Thank you. At least one student listened last week. Everybody else is like, oh my gosh, I need a new VPN. All right. What is 20 divided by 5? 4. What is -12 divided by 5? -12 over 5. Now, if you happen to give me a decimal, I'm not going to count off. Okay. I'm not going to count off. If you were to give me like 4 and you said -2.5, I'm not going to count off. Reason why? I know that -12 over 5 is -2.5 as a decimal. If I don't know that as a teacher, I need to leave. Okay. But here's the bad thing. These standardized tests that they make you take that everybody thinks determines like your life value and what you're going to be when you grow up. Okay. They love to have answers as fractions, these improper fractions. Okay. So you could do either or. Now, it's kind of actually neat on this. Let me see. Come on, come on. Grow. Woo. All right. So if I had negative 12 divided by 5. All right. Right like this on my calculator. Oh, it's 4. Somebody told me 5. Who lied to me? Who told me it was 5? Or did you say it was 4, but you said it really quietly? Like, okay. So if you get a decimal on these calculators, let's see, fat finger, follow the fat finger. This is backwards for me, so it's hard to do. All right. This double arrow right here on the equal sign, right above it, so it has those double arrows, it will actually change it to a fraction for you. Wow. And vice versa. If you have a fraction, it will change it to a decimal. Ain't that amazing? Somebody better put on your helmets. I'm about to blow your mind. Okay. And let's see Mr. Jeffrey shrink. All right. Now, we've done 2 examples. Okay. Yes. The rocks in the head go rattle, rattle, rattle. Okay. So now, usually when I say, practice like this, I I want y'all to do it on your own. Just for today, we're going to do these 2 together. Okay, and then we're going to keep going with our notes. The other 4 practice problems are going to be like y'all practice, and I'm going to sit here and watch. Okay, so let's divide this up right quick. No, I don't want a square. Really? Only I can use technology to draw a straight line, and that's it. I'm done. That's about as straight as it's going to get. All right. So number 1, what's the guts of this absolute value? 3b. So let's write it twice. All right. What goes on the left side? The positive version. Very good. What goes on the left side? The negative version or the evil twin. And I just realized that 3b looks like very gross looking. It's bad when I can't even read my own handwriting. All right. How would you solve this? Cry is not an option. Divide by 3. Very good. See, here's also the good thing about these retakes on the test. The retakes of the test will be during refuel. Some of y'all don't wake up till 10 o'clock anyways. That's awesome. All right. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3. All right. This is as basic as you can write this. If you want to write b equals 3 and b equals negative 3, that's fine. You could actually, if you want to be super fancy, you're going to use that plus or minus thing. Okay. Either one. I'm going to look. Remember, I know this isn't English, but they've told you in your English classes when you're writing, remember your audience. Who is your audience that's grading your test? Me. I'm grading your math test. You want it to be as simplistic as possible that anybody can read it. Okay. Like if I have to sit here and like try to open up my books to like decipher hieroglyphics, it's not going to be good. Okay. All right. So, all right, number 2, what's the guts? Very good. Negative 2r minus 1. All right. What goes here? Positive 11. What goes on the other side? Negative 11. Look, if you can do this part right here, this is actually the main part of this concept. Okay? This is actually the main part of the concept. Everything else is stuff that we've already done. And solving two-step equations is algebra or eighth grade math thing. All right? So add 1, add 1, add 1, add 1. So when I was in school, way back in the day when we had to like ride the mastodons to school, I would work with somebody when we had, partner time or stuff to work on stuff. I would actually work out both of these equations at the same time. The person I worked with did not, and it threw them off. So because I was nice for a little bit, I did it the other way, but then I stopped because I didn't like that being that nice. And it doesn't matter. You could do one and the other. The big thing is, did you follow all the rules correctly, and do you get an answer? Okay. See, this is going to be positive 5. Is my math right? Did I mess up? I mess up a lot, so am I good? Okay. Huh? Yep. All right. Yes. Now go ahead. Do you get the same answer? If if that works for you, you do that. Okay. I would actually physically have to see how that works out. And that's to me, that's kind of smells a little iffy. That I don't know because I've been doing this for forever. Okay. I'm old school. It's hard for me to change. Okay. Yeah. So you're only getting half the points. Yeah. We need all the points. Todos pontes. I don't know if that's how you say points in Spanish, but I know that's how you say all the todos. Everybody good? No, everybody need more time? Okay. Does anybody feel super lost? You just feel super lost? Is it because you kind of came in late and probably didn't eat breakfast and can't really think about it? All right, so here's the good thing. This video is going to be in Schoology. You can look at it later, and even if you look at it later and you still don't understand, guess who you need to come see? Me. Though I have been told that my room during refuel is not a fun room. It's very boring. Yeah, stop farce. Stay farce. That's the redneck version. All right. A little bit better? Yeah, got everybody caught up. No, I'm not more. Yeah, if you came in late, kind of stuff, it'll happen. I promise. We'll get you there. All right. On the back, you always want to isolate the absolute value before solving. Okay. So here's our example. And somebody was really nice and actually put this out here like they would actually say it. Okay. So we want to treat this as like one big variable. We want to get it by itself before we do anything else. Okay. So we actually, what do we want to get by itself? We want to get this right here. Okay. Now, some of y'all are like, that seems kind of obvious. That's okay. Some of y'all is like, holy crap, this is like trying to look through mud. Maybe this will help. All right. So if we are treating this like a variable, we're wanting to get it all by itself first. What do we need to do? Add 5. Awesome. I don't know if Everybody else was just not wanting to talk or whatever. It's okay. All right. Hey, I know how it is. A lot of people are like, I'm afraid to say stuff in class because I know I'm going to say something wrong, and then I'm going to get made fun of. Okay, I think I took care of that on Friday where I actually messed up on the handout by writing the same problem 3 times in a row. So, okay, this is a safe space. We can, we may pick on you for a little bit, but it just makes you tougher. All right. So, VE. Oh, oh, oh. Got a little excited. All right. What goes on the left side? 7. What goes on the right side? -7. Is that helping with the 2 different colors with the original and the evil twin? I'm hoping so. I love the multiple colors. Okay. When I taught by writing on the board, I look like Wolverine because I had like multiple different colors in my hand. I had like 5 markers in my pockets. That was the good old days. All right. Not really. Either way, we're going to subtract 8 for this. So I'm going to this -1 and this is going to give me -15. That looks bad. There we go. A little bit better. Do I have to sign that again? Okay. The person who I'm talking to, this is, look, let me turn my, look, step in a little bit so they can see you. Look, there's Miss Julia. Hey, she's our special guest. She's my teacher aide for this block this semester. One time, I had a counselor bring in a student in the middle of the semester, and I actually made her step on camera like she was a special guest because this is a show. She's like, "Oh my gosh, what has happened? Why am I in this class?" All right, so this is what I want you to do. I know some of y'all are like, "Wait, you did an easy one, and you're going to let us do the hard ones." That's okay. All right, y'all can do these. I'm going to let y'all have time to do these. We're going to come back and go over them together. Okay. Remember, if you're watching wherever you may be, don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell. Stay farce. Okay, right. Stay farce. Okay. Oh my goodness. Good stuff. Good things. Roll Tide.